Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hope Super Series Hashtag 25 Finals brought to you by Hope Esports. I'm Saiter and I welcome you all. It's time to start off with match number one. It's going to be Erangel. It's going to be fun. The mother of all map Erangels. I mean, a basic map by default. You get to play this map. Each and every team has tons and tons of experience. Each and every player has tons and tons of experience. Let's see which team gets their hands on winner chicken. And the flight path is here, initiating from the northern regions of Nowhere, finishing off towards the western regions of Georgiable Big City. Central regions are being favored by the flight path. It will be difficult for teams to head towards the northern regions and the southern regions as well. But if you talk about Team 40E, they're trying to access Multipar mainly. Along with them, it's going to be Team Brothers in Arms who are trying to extend. Is that Team Brothers in Arms? That's 22 esports, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. 22 esports, they're heading to his Multipar. And one of the players of Brothers in Arms, Archer, that is along with Team 22 esports. Well, that's why I read their name as 22 esports. And along with them, Team 40E, Fortis Esports. Maybe they'll head towards Lipovka. They'll grab just vehicles and head towards Lipovka regions. The first circle has been initiated, favoring the northwestern regions of Erangel map. Team Dangerous, as usual, heading towards Pachinki. Not a doubt. Team Zorwix heading towards Pachinki as well. So that's going to be a drop flash between Team Dangerous and Team... Uh-oh! A drop flash coming in from a garage. We missed it. And that was Team EXFL, I guess. Are they dropping on a garage? That's the question. Archer, they'll be taken down. Team Sage, I guess that was. Casey God goes for that sticky bomb. For now, he won't be able to make those connections. And the players are pushing in. One tap Romania. 17 has a double barrel shotgun. It cannot get worse. Double barrel shotgun. I don't trust that weapon at all. Well, if it's a 1v1 fight, then I guess double barrel shotgun could be a good choice. But, I mean, if it's a 1v4, you cannot do anything with that weapon. But yeah, it was a draw flash between Team Dangerous and Team Zorwix in Pachinki. Another drop flash happening in school and school apartments. But Team Dangerous right now setting up against Team Zorwix. Just squaring up upon Team Zorwix. But meanwhile, if we talk about Team Zorwix, they have a really wide angle with them. Because they are spread out so freaking well. Host, well, he can attack his opponents from the side angles. Because he's in a way different compound. He's so much separated for now. Yep. Team Dangerous Esports, they're isolated in a very small location. And Team Zorwix, they're absolutely ready for this fight. And they are, I guess, satisfied with the loot they have. The shots will be dealt on Coast there. Ghost will be quite lucky. He won't get knocked out, but uh-oh! Ghost will get knocked out now. Bazooka was watching Ghost very closely. It will be dangerous for Dangerous Esports if they try to cross. Because Leo, he has a brilliant angle. And this is a kind of setup made by Team DRX. Leo heading way back towards the northern region of Pachinki and trying to maintain as long as distance as he can from Leo. And trying to cross so that he faces as less threats as possible while crossing it. So that was Team Killer Crew, ladies and gentlemen. And are they eliminated from this game? That's the question. Killer Crew, they dropped on a garage. They'll be getting a finish there. And Killer Crew with a really good start. Yep. The first elimination coming in way too early. Now they are here in Ferry Pier. And no players around. They're far away from the circus here. They'll start rotating early. The Team Dangerous didn't get that confirmation, didn't they? Sorry for the inconvenience coming back to the game. Team Dangers versus ZRX. I mean, this fight is taking too long to finish off. And can there be a team who can just square up in the outer skirts of Pachinki and they can try to go for that third party? Alpha Esports on the other end, headed towards the big city of Georgeport, and they're accompanied by God Complex right here, and another team, and it's gonna be Mystic Esports. And Mystic Esports, they're known for their gun power. I'd love to see how Mystic Esports starts this grand finals, but they're playing kind of a passive in this Erangel game. They're thinking a lot. Sexy OGG2 getting those vehicles. Leo Boy, Socket keeping an eye on their opponents. Alpha Esports, maybe they're trying to create some wide angles. They're trying to take initiative as well. Alpha, well, he went for that grenade. I don't know who he is expecting to be in so much close to him, but there's no player around him. He did go for that grenade. Will be making no connections, and the grenade will be an absolute waste of time and utility too. Meanwhile, Team Modernette, they headed towards Zurki, playing with just 3 players. Evazino? Emin Evazino. Wow, what name is this? How am I supposed to read this? Enian Evazino. Enian Evazino. Wow, that's a long name. Miller Kliz. And maybe this is the reason why Team Modern headed to Zarki, because they're playing with just 3 players. But Team Unique Esports, they're on. Unique Esports on the positive side of the finish feed, creating that opening. Flush will come in immediately. Even 22 Esports, they lost a player right in the initial stages. Team Sage, I don't know how, but they're just down to 1 player. So that's a brilliant retaliation coming in from Team One Tap Romania. Players knocking down Z2. Well, he separated a lot from his teammates. And Mystic Esports losing their player. They're down to 3 now. And G2 went miles away from his team. Sexy OG, well, he is trying to get that retaliation done. Another casualty coming in for Team 22 Esports. They're down to 2 players now. Andrea and Loopsy will be the dual ray of full surviving. And now what will be their decision? They're gonna retreat towards the safe zone. 3 is trying to escape those heavy shots coming in. Andrew lost this amount of his HP. Fate Esports is 1 last player. DRG 26. He'll be taken down. He tried to swim against the tide, but that was 1 tap Romania in front of him. He knocked out a player, but Rafina putting in the final nail on the coffin, and that's the end. Team Sage Esports gets eliminated on 20th position. 19 teams and a total amount of 69 players are now live in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And it's kind of a very lazy start to this Erangel game. Puffluff knocking down Rio of X1NW. EXFL. Well, they'll take the initiative as well. And EXFL straight away heading towards the northern ridge to rotate. They're securing the opening frag as well. First elimination. And they are up and on. But the shots are coming in. Oh my goodness! Ichiko! How on earth did you knock Boo Boo there? I still can't understand. With such a range and so many obstacles in between, still he was able to knock down Boo Boo, and the flush will come in immediately. EXFL Legacy. EXF Legacy, they're down to 3. They'll face Coma immediately. Vizino knocking down Alpha of Alpha Esports. And I don't know why Mystic Esports and Alpha Esports, both these teams, are trying to go away from the circle. Did Emin start moving? No. Emin didn't start moving. Alpha is knocked out. Miles is so much low. In Modernette, they are attacking their opponents. Despite of being extremely strong, and Blizz gets knocked out as well. Taylor is the last one surviving, and he got confused there. And Mr. Pop Bro won't make a mistake there. That's the end. Modernette gets eliminated on 19th position. 3 eliminations coming in immediately for Alpha Esports. Alpha did get knocked out there, but it's absolutely fine. A revival will be provided. Second circle has been initiated. Circle moves for a southeastern shift, and there's a fight happening right at the center. Formidable threat. What a name that is. Formidable threat. Rega X is knocked out. Eno, Krish, dual surviving. And that's maybe team Yukimirian. Long range area. So really long range spray they're trying to deal on team FT. Rega has been flushed out. ZRX Some of the players have been knocked out. Uh-oh. 2 of the players have been eliminated from this game. Dangerous esports all over Team ZRX. Munib. Well, huge threat on him. And maybe ZRX esports, they tried to surround Team Dangerous esports, and by doing that, they lost their players. Bazooka versus Munib. It's a 1v1 fight. The grenade coming in. Munib won't be pressurized. And Munib knocking down Bazooka with the fabulous grenade. Another grenade comes in. Munib is low. He'll pop it that first hit, and he's not really in a hurry to clutch out his opponent, but he'll do so. Bazooka is out. ZRX securing the first elimination of the game. And that's Dangerous esports now, who are being bothered by Team ZRX. So much time both these teams took to initiate this fight, but finally the war is on. Down to 2. Malik knocking down Chico. Farshid will move ahead, going for the flush. But it's a 1v1 again. Hitsy. It won't be easy at all. Crash. Trusting that KP9 Bison. The bullets will be delayed. Help arrives. That's Team 20. That's Team No Way, ladies and gentlemen. Jumping the grenade as well. Farshid got the grenade really well. The cover is being provided. Farshid from his teammate Malik. Present right behind him, but that's not enough at all. And Starkey will be knocked out. Farshid, you gotta be kidding me. What a 1v2 that was. With just some amount of bullets, Farshid was able to knock down Starkey there. And Team No Way, are they eliminated from this game? Well, they lost so many players there. And they're out of this game. They're eliminated on 18th position. Will Malik take the risk of reviving his teammate? Oh my god. That was a thunderous spray. Malik will be taken down by Barabazi and Team UQ, that is. UQ Mirion Esports will be getting their 5th elimination. Smoko on the other end gets knocked out of Team GC. GR will be flushed out immediately. Alpha Esports is on rampage. 5 eliminations, but a casualty. And now they're fighting against Team GC. Caught Complex. And Intem, I guess, he's the last player surviving. Flush comes in immediately. Pop Bro moving ahead, goes for that pre-fire, takes all the precautions, necessary precautions. Jump shot attempted by Intem, won't be able to make those connections, and he will knock down Pop Bro. Miles trying to heal himself. Intem is not overcommitting, but now he reloads with S12K. Miles can take pump shotgun. A slight disadvantage because he's in a very small area. Switches onto that M416 immediately. Goes for that Molotov. And maybe he'll buy some time for himself. Then pulls a grenade immediately. And now the intentions are pretty much clear. He has to eliminate N10 first. Then he'll focus on reviving his teammate. And the pump shotgun connects! Miles was not at all pressurized there. Doing an absolute great job. He kept his cool there. That's the end. He kept his cool. He kept his calm. And Team God Complex, they are eliminated from this game on 15th position. 14 teams, 42 players are now alive. Straight of Islam coming in from Team KKR on Udain Sap. Two-Face, Alpha, the duel surviving for Udain Sap. ABZ might get knocked out because of the grenade, but he'll survive that grenade by the Bears of Martins. Alpha pushing in, moving closer. He wants to take things in his hands. Got that S4K. Random shot connections made through the smoke. My goodness! Alpha becomes a smoke criminal here. Takes down 2 players. Blind connections made through that smoke. ABZ now, the last player surviving. Well, he switches on to the grenade. Can he knock down a player? Not for now. Umbridge is so much lower. ABZ knocks out Two-Face. He's gonna go for that 1v2. Alpha will be taken down too, but Umbridge bolting doesn't heal himself. He pushes in with bare HPs, and that's a fantastic move by Umbridge. Udain Sab was about to get eliminated, but they are still in this game. They're still with us. But the barest of margins, Udain Sab will eliminate Team Killer Crew on 14th position. Stage 3 has been initiated, ladies and gentlemen, and I can feel the heat. This place is sizzling right now. Circle will be moving for a centralized ship, and the circle cannot get much worse. This is the worst circle, in my opinion, because there's a river in between, and teams now have to work so much hard, and maybe teams will even put their vehicles into the water areas and will try to survive inside the waters. That will happen too. That will become a part of this game too. 22 Esports right on the northern edge. They're fighting at least 2 teams at a time. Loopsy, he's in a sandwich situation. EXF Legacy. on one side and 40E on the other side. So it's a sandwich situation. It's a chaotic situation. And with just 2 players, 22 esports, they're lacking in confidence too. Rabbit King, so much close. Loopsy gets knocked out on the other end. What's wrong with him? Loopsy will be taken down. Hurricane. Flushing him out. Flushing him out. And why is Adri and Loopsy waiting here? Why aren't they moving away from this huge threat? Why are they waiting and just moving their vehicles here and there? I mean, those bullets were gonna come right, left, and center. That was pretty much obvious. But I don't know why 22 esports kept spending time here. Didn't get rid of this situation. And they lost Loopsy. And Adri is not completely falling back to his safe areas. I mean, does he want to initiate a fight? If he wants to, why isn't he changing the seat and attacking his opponents when he had the chance to do so? But if he doesn't want to fight, why is he not retreating to his safe areas? Stage 4 has been initiated. A sharp southern answer by the circle. And now that bridge. Any team, if blocks that bridge, I mean, that's going to be a huge return on investment because that's the only real estate which you can use in order to enter the circle. But Loopsy, alright, as I said, I called it before, teams are going to put their vehicles into the water areas if they don't get any chance to survive. Adri will be taken down, my goodness. Adri will be flushed out, X1NW getting that frag. 22 esports, they are eliminated on 13 position. You know, it all comes down to 13 teams, 12 teams, and 36 players, and a heartbreak. What gets knocked out? What is underwater? We cannot see the water here. I don't know why. That's a unique glitch. The water is not rendering. CZ, not on the other end, but UQ. Since they are present inside the circle, they gotta secure this area as well as they can. They gotta seal it. There should be no possible breach happening. Even Alpha Esports did it good. Mystic Esports dead ahead of the table for now. Because they have the height advantage. Mystic Esports, I mean, with this position, they should dominate Ruins. You gotta keep an eye on UQ as well. CZ meanwhile, he got knocked out there. Toflop must be the last guy standing. Yup. Blue Zone is bothering Team EXFL as well. And Team FT gets eliminated. Team FT is out. They got eliminated because of the blue zone. Did Toflov see the smoke coming out of the crate? If he didn't, then he will keep on holding here. If he did, that's good for him. He must start moving to his circle now. Being dangerous. CO again. Did he get that confirmation? CO? Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. They're into road here now. Within a few seconds, we'll be witnessing the next circle happening. Barabadze gets knocked out. That was long range from them. It will be difficult to go for the flush. That is Team 4. That is Unbroken Romania. They've been maintaining the pace of this game so freaking well. That needs to be studied. They faced a casualty right in the initial stages, but after that, I mean, they've avoided all kind of drama and fights. And they've kept themselves alive for these end stages fights. So now they'll focus on getting more eliminations for them as well. And at the same time, the survival needs to be prioritized. Because the elimination thing and the placement thing should be associated. But now they're out of the circle. And it's such a big mess in between. So many teams. And they gotta bypass all of them. Lane Sap gets another frag. And now they're heading towards the circle. Toffler will be taken down by Hurricane. And EXFL definitely, they're eliminated on 11th position. So just 10 teams and a total amount of 25 players are now alive. Lane Sap, it's gonna be a fight against X1NW. Reefers was right in front of Alpha. The Reefers will keep on moving. Alpha goes with the spray. Barely connects. Bubble maybe. He drew the attention of Team Udane Saps, which is onto the grenade. Was that a bait? And the grenade won't work. Two-Face is way behind. Amrit Bolte. Well, he's trying to backstab Babil, but now I guess Babil might knock down Amrit Bolte. That was a ugly vehicle tracing. Oh my god! Babil gets knocked out. That's 6 COG for Mystic Esports from a very remote area. They'll be knocking down Babil. Did the Dane Sap read the finish feed? That's the question. If he did, then maybe they'll be able to take advantage of the situation. Mystic Esports 40 straight away closes in. Socket, he's fighting like a warrior right now. Knocks down 2 players of 40E. He's like a solo one-man army. He's like a one-man army. His solo is like a one-man army. Rabbit right in front of him. Very Kane out. Takes things in his hands. Socket goes for the grenade. Rabbit finishing Leo Boy. Socket finishing Sexy OD, his own teammate, with that grenade. Doesn't finish any of his opponent with that grenade. Takes another chance. But wisely sits inside that vehicle. Gets a higher advantage. And go for another attempt. Can he succeed this time? 40, they're reviving all their players. And now I guess they'll be clearly be able to see Socket, but he knocks down a player. Erangel is so much low. Hurricane steps up and finally putting an end to Socket. What a play. Mystic Esports, they're known for their gun power. Each and every player has the potential to clutch in 1v4. Socket gave us an example of that. Rains up in a tense situation, and this game is slipping out of their hands. Two-Face, the last player surviving. Unbroken Romania. They're moving in closer, and Two-Face ends up in a sandwich situation. This is getting really dirty for Two-Face. Haley of Esports gets knocked down. We can even count Dangerous Esports in the contention, but now 2 of the players have been knocked out, so it's really difficult now to predict that they'll be able to get this win in it or not. But 2 players now getting knocked out again. Erangel, where is he? He won't be able to revive his teammate. Next one NW. Serious casualties. Team 40E. Suzian goes for that high toss grenade. Well, that was Unbroken Romania. Not X1NW, I'm sorry. Unbroken Romania getting serious casualties to 40E. Suzian, which pathway will he choose? Oh my god! What? You gotta be kidding me! What kind of a reflex that was? Erangel, last player surviving, bleeds out to death because of the blue zone. X1NW with 3 players. Unbroken Romania. But they have 3 players alive too, so their probabilities are comparatively higher as compared to any other team. Bro takes down a player. It's gonna be Crowy. But it's not done yet. He has to pull out this 1v2. Last player of Alpha Esports. But the connections will be made right on his back. On Chromix. Hero, Roev, Fellow, and Broken Romania getting their 7th elimination. Well, it's really difficult to read their names. X1NW. Yes, it's up. A surprise! Uh-oh! A snake! A snake biting them right in their feet! X1NW is out. Two-Face has done a terrific job. Can you believe that? Hell no. Two-Face with a brilliant clutch. And now he's a solo player surviving for Ode Sap. He has been a solo player surviving for Ode Sap since a decade. I saw them facing Casualty a very long time ago. Yuki Mirion. Aaron Mod. What he ran against QFX23. And he was popping in that first hit, I don't know why. QFX23 will be slayed down as well. An Unbroken Romania dominating this game. 9 eliminations. That's a really good way to start. Dangerous Esports' CEO is the solo surviving. And CEO is present inside the circus. So CEO doesn't need to do anything extra. He just needs to let Unbroken Romania take the initiative. And CEO pulls this grenade. Well, CEO has 3 more grenades. And look at Hero. Oh, CEO's position was compromised there. It is all over. Unbroken Romania getting the job done. 10 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner. What a play. Hashtag 2 for Team Dangerous. They came a very long way. Nobody expected that Dangerous Esports would get a hashtag 2 in this game. Because, wow, a long time ago, they faced 3 casualties and CEO surviving, getting the extra elimination and 6 points of placement for his team. Brilliant at it. And that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be taking a short break. And we'll be right back with match number 2. Till then, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hope Super Series Hashtag 25 Grand Finals. Brought to you by Hope Esports. It's time for match number 2. Time for Miramar. First circle has been initiated. Flight path initiated from La Cobreria, finished off towards Partona. First circle favoring the northwestern regions of Miramar. A drop clash happening at La Cobreria between Team GC and Team 11. Team GC, they are taking on against Team G63 Club. Wow. One tap Romania. So they are facing some trouble there because they'll be losing QFX. Rafina is the last player surviving. Can Rafina turn the tide? Sogat versus Rafina, and Rafina wins it. It was Uzi versus Vector, the OG clash. And Rafina finishing Sogat with the dagger. Had no option left. And even 40 esports, they are present here. So 3 teams coming here at Chumasera. It's the pick by Rafina. And this time it's Susan. 40E challenging Rafina for this 1v1 fight. Rafina has no helmet on vest. That's the problem here. Against the Thompson. Thompson can really increase the unpredictability of this fight. Mystic esports. Down to 2 players. Well, 1 casualty will be given by 1 tap Romania too. 6 COG, so much low. And there's such a wide open area. Where is this team gonna run? 1 tap Romania, they're out of this game. Susan taking down Rafina. Fencer is closing in. G2 will be taken down. 6 COG won't be able to make this connection with the Diamond Duran, and that's the end. Mystic Esports, they were eliminated from this game. 40 Esports doing a really great job. Getting 6 elimination, but in return they gave nothing to their opponents. Lost no player. That's the way how you win a drop clash. Chumasera has been secured, has been conquered by Team 40E. Drop clash happening at San Martin as well. Team Dangerous. The last game, they got hashtag 2 here. It's Unbroken Romania in front of them. Even Unbroken Romania, they face a loss. Unbroken Romania has got a winner chicken in the last game. So top 2 teams from the last game are here fighting. Right in the initial stages. And only one out of these teams is going to make it to the end. Only one. Only one is going to survive. Rylov is trying to flush out fellow OG. That was unbothered, I guess. Uh-oh, Kaylee finishing off fellow. Why did he go in open? I'm not able to understand. Hero of Unbroken Romania. He'll be safe for now. But he crossed that wide open area just to revive his teammate fellow OG. And I don't understand why he just stepped in open just to get flushed out. So now this fight is converted into a 2v2 by Team Dangerous Esports, doing a fantabulous job. They had the height advantage too. And Unbroken Romania has to take the initiative here onwards. But both these teams are present inside the circuit. So the question is, who will take the initiative? Because you have a lot of time. You don't need to hurry up. 22 Esports at Valentine. Who are they going against? It's X1NW Esports. Clutcher has been knocked out. And now Rio has been prioritized by Team 22 Esports. And he immediately switches on to that grenade. That bomb. And a great opening there. From the sidelines. From those sidelines. And Vats just trying to delay the fight as much as he can. And he needs to watch his back. Uh-oh. Loopsy taking down Vats. Bot. They knocked down a player there, yep. Adri is low. Bot lost a opportunity here to take down Adri. And Adri is safe. Maybe he'll heal himself too. Trio takes down a player and gets knocked out in return. And that's the end. X1NW, they are eliminated from this game. Adri doing a great job on the other end. Though he was low, but he still won that 1v1. 22 Esports losing no player. And eliminating X1NW on 18th position. X1NW came so close to win this fight, but they can make it happen. Alpha Esports moving very closely, and Alpha Esports would like to check out here what's happening. And it's just Alpha who's trying to check out here at Well Del Mar. Loops is in a way too open area. He doesn't really know that Alpha has taken a halt. And he's trying to look what's happening here. Uh-oh, and Loopsy is gonna get flushed out. What a reflex! What? My goodness! Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Hell no, I've seen everything now after this. An absolute disgust for I cannot believe my eyes what I've just seen. I cannot believe my eyes what I have just seen now. This is too good to be true. Oh my goodness, I'm shivering. Hell no. Loopsy is invincible. Nobody can touch him. Nobody can even get close to him. And Alpha immediately submits. Now you have to give up after messing up this bad. And Loopsy deserves every bit of that. Hell no. And I have no words. I have no words left to appreciate Loopsy for that. What he has done. Loopsy gets knocked out. What? That's a retaliation coming in from a remote location by Team Alpha Esports. And it was Lighter who created that opening. And it's time to close in. It's time to get this job done. It's a 3v3 left. But by the time AES closes in, maybe 22 Esports, all their players, they'll be easily able to revive all their players. Loopsy gets knocked out again. Now, Alpha Esports, they're just targeting Loopsy. Lighter knocking down E-Face as well. And that's the opportunity Alpha Esports was looking for. Lighter trying to create a wide angle. Is Lighter knocked out? That's a brilliant tracing by Archer. Lighter will get knocked out. Miles trying to push out the players. Loopsy it is again. Pro. Last player surviving. Archer right in front of him. Archer prones there. Gets covered by that buggy. Archer stands up. Gets knocked out, but it's Loopsy again! He's everywhere. Oh my god. All-round performance by Loopsy. What a play. Easy 4. Well, this fight will cost Team 22 Esports easy 4, but it's absolutely fine. They have 8 eliminations. That's the kind of start you want in Miramar. And now I guess to slow down the pace of the game. Conquering Valentine, defeating 2 teams, losing just 1 player. It's a hell of an investment in return. Meanwhile, Team Killer Crew, they get a huge rage for them. Now they have a height advantage where they can keep an eye on most of the teams around them. NW, they're on the western edge of the circle. So playing passive, last game wasn't that great for NW, so obviously we'll be expecting some passive game for their side. Not surprised. And the one thing that is good for Team NW that they were not indulged in any kind of drop clash, so now they'll be looking for eliminations. But NW, they don't really, care about playing passive or aggressive. I guess their OG strategy is they only care about playing aggressive. I don't think they care about playing passive or submissive. I think that no way. They love getting eliminations in the initial stages, but this time there was no drop clash on their side. And maybe they had to compromise in terms of finishes, but there's some action happening right at the center. ABZ has been flushed out already, so Killer Crew continuing with just 3 players, but it's got a really great spot inside the circle, and the circle is favoring this particular area, so Killer Crew, they can make the most out of the situation. Just ABZ needs to come back into this game, because it's AFK for now, and he's right on the edge of that mountain, so he can get spotted. If it happens, he might get flushed out too. Sage Esports had a really miserable last game, got eliminated right in the initial stages, and I don't think they got any eliminations from the last game as well, so they got eliminated empty-handed. DC God takes down 2 player. What a tracing. Peach of a connection made by DC God there, and EXFL in a deep state of worry. Bubu and CZ is the duo surviving. They'd like to run out of the situation as fast as they can. Bubu, you need to escape that vehicle because it's gonna burst. So Bubu now is in a wide open area. CZ needs to come back and give a lift to his teammate. But it's 22 Esports. CZ is heading towards 22 Esports. It's a loop. Stay away from him. He's everywhere. That man is an absolute genius. And I'd like to see that is there any team who can stop Loopsy. And 22 East was just minding their own business. Tough will be flushed out. DC God getting those frags. And now we're going to witness stage 3. If it is a centralized shift, Team Killer Crew will be benefited by that shift and they will end up securing more and more eliminations for them from this game. They should make it happen. Because, yeah, if the end circle keeps on favoring them, so maybe Killer Crew will get their hands on winner chicken. And I'm calling it right here, right now, that if the end circle favors Killer Crew, they are going to get that winner chicken dinner. But if the very next circle ditches them, then maybe they might get eliminated from this game too, because now coming down from that huge hill where all the teams have their eyes on you, it's going to be a hell of a task for them. You know what Team Sage, they lost PRG 26. Was it Yukimirion? Gave them casualties. Are they down to 3 or 2? They're down to 2. Easy God is out of this game. And this is what happens with Team Sage. I mean, at a point they play so well, but all of a sudden they always tend to fall on their face. And in this game as well, the same thing happened. Till now, everything was just fine. But all of a sudden, a wave came where they lost 2 of the players. And here comes in a Slam 2. It's Yukimirion. And with numbers disadvantage, I mean, the probabilities are already low to take down a 4-player strong team. And Reflects just like that with absolute ease. Gets knocked down too. Poison, he's so much separated. He cannot do much here. All he can do is just grab those important placement points. Just survive as long as he can. He spotted Team EXFL moving there, but won't be able to do much. Circle number 3 has been initiated. Circle moves for a northwestern shift. Right at the center is going to be Team NW. Along with them, T63 Club. Poison was distracted, I guess, for a long time. And that's why he couldn't give cover to his teammates, because he had an angle with Team Yukimiri on. But if he had been present there, if he had been present there, then probably he could have given cover to his teammate and things would have changed. That didn't happen. So Yukimirion will try to chase down Poison. Killer Crew, as I said, if the circle ditches them, they'll try to come down of that huge mountain, and while doing that, there's a huge possibility where they can face casualties, and ABZ has been knocked out, but CZ is the sole player surviving because Intim flushes out Boo Boo. So maybe now the information is with Team Killer Crew that there's just one player inside their house. They can even save their teammates, so they need to push it as soon as possible in order to make that happen. Uda and Sam had a great last game. And are they struggling in this game? I need to find out. Is Uda and Sam out? Not yet. ABC will be flushed out and then gets that frag. Now for this one, on the other end will be flushed out immediately. They sat down to 3. So they were doing great till now. Not in terms of elimination, but in terms of survival. They were doing great. All their 4 players are alive. But now losing Alpha can be the turning point of this game for Uda and Sam. Worry is rising. Dangerous esports. But they are here in La Cobra chilling. NW Esports. Oh, wow. Rage X. Midway, he got taken down. Chico. Such as Shimariz. Such as Shemimars. Alright, Shemimars that is. Well, these are all unusual names for me, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm Indian and I don't read these names very often. So Shemimars has been flushed out. Regaix, that is. Not Rage X, but Regaix. He's out of the game too. So Krish. And Anil will be dual surviving. What a burst that was! Krish! Wow. That was brilliant. Anil gets knocked out. Krish is in the wide open area. Anil will get their revival. Anil. Is it Anil? Anil. 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 Whatever. Krish will go for that revival. The problem is that Team FD is way out of the circle. X1 and W on the other end. They have been bored by Team MN Modernette. First frag coming in. Spots Federal right in an open area. Federal cannot afford to stop here in a wide open area. he has to get out of here as soon as possible. And that too with a buggy. I mean, when you're driving a buggy and a lot of players are dealing fires and dealing their sprays on you, and you panic a lot because if your tire bursts, your tire gets punctured, then it's almost game over. You'll be trapped in a wide open area and you'll be flushed out immediately. And the tire did get punctured. Pedro's buggy's front right tire has been punctured, has been penetrated. So he survived there by the barest of margins. He's still alive just because of luck. That's what I feel. One of the players of Eni and Evazino. Evazino has been flushed out. Gliz will pop in that first aid and he'll heal himself. I thought Gliz has been eliminated from this game too, but he was just slow. I couldn't even see his HP there. And teams now quickly heading towards the circle because there are not much real estate present here, so you gotta just secure ridges for yourself. That's where Miramar is so much difficult because circle often forms an open area and you cannot secure properties or real estate. You just have to get your hands on any ridge you find. So rotation is a very crucial thing because if you rotate early, you'll be backstabbed. If you rotate on time, if you rotate late, then blue zone will swallow you. But if you just rotate on time, every piece of the puzzle will fall into place. Loopsy needs a revival. Well, if 22 esports, if a situation comes where they need to sacrifice their own lives just to save Loopsy, they'll need to do that because, I mean, Loopsy has done a lot of favors to these teams. They do owe him a lot. Oh, that was a crazy burst. Rabbit so much low. Oh! Hurricane gets knocked out. That was Yukimirion's Hurricane. Evazino, he now Starkey, Team 20. Oh, they're murdered by Team Modernet. Gliz coming in and saving the day for Team Modernet, making the final connections on Head C. And Team NW, they're eliminated on 13th position. Just 12 teams and a total of 29 players are now live. Circa moves for a southwestern shift. Hurricane, Mini 14 connects well. And that is Batman. Barabatzi won't face any issues. He can go for the revival. Uh-oh. Now moving towards the circle is a huge problem. Barabatzi himself is so much low. Just one bullet connection is needed there to finish him. How will he get out of this chaos? Do they have any vehicles? That's the question. Yep, there is a buggy. Wait, the only tire of the buggy has been punctured, the back left tire. And the buggy cannot move now. The ZRX stores, smart move by their side, but now 14 East will be bought by DRX2. What a tracing that was by Leo! Rabbit is so much low, and only one bullet connection is needed there. Leo won't get much time. And Rabbit escapes. Just like his name. Justifying his name with that escape. Oh, no, this time. Killer Crew. Taster that was. Keeping down Rabbit. Killer Crew getting another frag. How many players are alive with Killer Crew? Mortinet. Struggling. Lugar is wanted and the vehicle is sliding down. This is the countdown for Team FT to get eliminated from this game. The vehicle will keep sliding down. That is so much frustrating. Right, love. Will be taken down by the grenade of Leo. That's the end. Elimination coming in for Team 14. And it's Team Dangerous Esports. No, was it Team Dangerous Esports? That was some other team, I guess. Maybe Dangerous Esports. Ray Love is playing. What team is he playing? Well, we'll need to check it out. Yep, that was Dangerous Esports getting eliminated on 8th position, getting just decent amount of just one placement point out of this game. So decent performance. Almost completely consistent. CZ will be taken down. 22 esports in a commanding position. 3 of the players are alive. Hot conflict. And Tim dealing a spray to the whole of the galaxy. That's such a huge distance. Now, Dior gets knocked out, so all eyes on Intim. He cannot stop them with the revival. Shadow bothering Intim. It will be better not giving your elimination to your opponents. And yeah, that will happen. N10 will be finished out because of the blue zone. Range tap. Two of the players have been flushed out. Archer finishing two phase. And Shadow is the last player surviving. Well, just now I saw two players of Team Range tap surviving. Maybe three. That was way too quick. And Shadow takes down Loopsy with that Rhino. It's a 1v1. It's a 1v1. And Shadow will be taken down by Archer. But X1NW stabbing Team 22 Esports in their back. And Archer will be taken down too. And out of nowhere, Team FT securing a hashtag 2 in this game. X1NW putting in the final nail in the coffin and getting the job done. With this glorious winner chicken dinner. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have to take a break and we'll be right back with match number 3. It's going to be Rondo. It's going to be epic. Make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Hope Super Series. Finals hashtag 25. Brought to you by Hope esports. And now, it's time to start off with Rondo. And here we go. The flight path is here. Just one flight path. Initiating from Miramar, finishing off towards Cheltenham, favoring the northern regions of the Rondo map. Will be difficult for teams to head towards the southern regions for sure. Central regions, mainly Neox Factory, Yulin. Now, teams have a choice. Would you like to head towards Neox Factory, or would you like to head towards Yulin? Completely depends on teams. I mean, New York's Factory is a better drop location as compared to Yulin, because you get a lot of cover there. But both the drop locations have their own flaws and specialities. Alright, so now, most teams are heading towards New York's Factory regions. 22 esports, one of the players. Well, one but two players have headed towards a record tower. That's quite surprising. That's Loopsy. The whole lineup has headed towards Mehran. And there's no team right now present in Mehran. And obviously, 22 esports had a great last game. So let's see, will they be able to, maintain the momentum in this game or not? Well, the guys in the live chat, I saw one of the man saying, Alex Omar says, one of the person saying that G63 is gonna make a comeback. Let's see if that happens or not. Let's see if Alex Omar is right or wrong. A lot of teams, it's a really very chaotic situation. GC got complex, losing two of their players. Got complex, finds themselves in a miserable situation. G63, let's see if they can make a comeback. Cancer is separating so much so that he can access the record tower. He's heading towards a very far remote place so that he's safe, because G63 wants to make a comeback. Reflex gets knocked out. EXFL hitting the soul out of Team Sage. And now EXFL, they gotta be ready for this third party, because G63 quickly, they're going for the reckless push. Until now, G63 hasn't secured a elimination. On the other end, Team Card Complex, Smoker is the last man standing, just trying to search for a record tower. X1NW's Babel gets knocked out. Last game was pretty much good for X1NW as well. NW esports, well, they have the rooftop secured with them of the factory. CZ gets knocked out. G63 getting their hands on a Team EXFO. And G63 now, step by step, they're moving closer. They love close range fights. They have a lot of utilities with them too. Flash. Crones in an open area. Tough Love. He's down. That was part of his strategy, but Tough Love gets caught by the pre-fire. And Boo Boo. Solo player surviving for now. EXFL at the Thompson. And Boo Boo will be taken down. Flash is going to come in immediately. G63 is starting off really well. So I guess Alex Omar was quite right about his prediction, because G63 has started really well. 2 eliminations. 2 eliminations is a really big deal. It just looks like it's just 2, but it's a hell of a big deal. Yeah. Rain Sap playing with just 3 players. Hashtag 4 in the last game. No finish has been secured in this recall phase by them. Alpha Esports, meanwhile, losing Miles. Recall will be provided immediately. That's not a thing to worry about. But now, Team NW. They've closed in. And here comes in the flash 2. How many eliminations has NW secured? 4 eliminations. Raylel was so much low there. Hits D. Just needed to make one shot connection, and that won't happen. And Dangerous Esports. Not under pressure. Right on the edge they are present of this drop location. Killer Crew maintaining the pace. 2 of the players of G63 have been knocked out. 2 of the players. Yep, both of them will get their revival. 6 eliminations now coming in for G63. Just maintaining the calm and composure. Maintaining the pace over this game. They need to maintain the control. CO knocks down Hector from the sidelines. ZRX. So the revival will be given immediately. for Team 21. That's Killer Crew. I guess they read the finish feed. And Killer Crew is moving closer. GRX is absolutely ready. Munib steps up with a jump shot. Knocks down Choli. Maybe he gets knocked out as well, but Pesa is still standing there. And Pesa gets one player. But in return, Pesa gets knocked out too. And the flush will come in immediately. Killer Crew now goes for the trick call. That's ABZ 11. Well, there are two ABZ in this team. That might confuse us later on. Even Team Dangerous. They've lost their players. 22 esports. Loopsy is the last man standing. Can he become a savior for his team again? Is he trying to find out a recall tar? Well, he finds a recall tar, but Kaylee has captured that recall tar. And Kaylee, so much smart Kaylee is, pulls that grenade. But Loopsy won't be bothered by that grenade, and he will bring back his teammates into this game. Loopsy goes for a jump shot. Look at the accuracy. Connects immediately on Kaylee. Goes for that Molotov. Was that Molotov right on the money? Not for now. And Kaylee now needs to buy some time for herself. Because the whole lineup of 22 esports is going to regroup inside this compound. The players have been recalled. Kaylee wouldn't be allowed to pop with that person. Loopsy gets knocked out. With the flash coming. Not for now. Kaylee will be flushed out immediately. Dangerous esports. Now Rylov is a solo player surviving, and he's in the hot zone. He cannot escape from here because he's surrounded by players and teams. G63 getting 8 heliums. What a start for G63. And all their 4 players are in the fighting zone, I guess. They haven't maintained a split. Second circle coming into action, ladies and gentlemen, and second circle moves for a northern shift. So, some regions of New York's factory, maybe they're still present inside the circle. And not all the 4 players of G63 are present in these areas of New York's factory. But Malik takes down a player. Aim shifts his aim onto Sonic. Knocks him down too. Hitzy is the solo now surviving of Team NW. Sonic giving up immediately. Malik falls down. Hitzy puts the grenade immediately. And Malik knows where Hitzy actually is. So he can really protect himself from that grenade coming in. Hitzy with that welcome grenade won't be able to make these connections. Free fires coming in. Hitzy won't even flinch. But Nisa now gets knocked out. That was lightning quick. Hitzy steps up. Immediately knocks down Nisa. 63 fast shed. Will he be able to take down Hitzy? My goodness! Oh my god! Oh my goodness! How on earth can you do that, Hitzy? A 10 HP clutch against a team who has been mauling the lobby till now. Oh my goodness, each and every game we are seeing something new. Hitzy gets knocked out by Munib. Hitzy will give up immediately. 8 solo eliminations contributed by Hitzy. This is just whole another level shit is happening here. Sorry for my language, but I cannot believe my eyes what I've seen this time. Hitzy has pulled off a monumental upset with that 1v3. Oh my god. This is sick. ZRX Ghost. He's out of this game. ZRX Esports. Are those their permanent casualties? Sage Esports. Having a really bad time. Well, that was a temporary elimination coming in for Sage Esports. Sexy OG maybe getting knocked down. Yep. Sage Esports versus Mystic Esports happening. Sexy OG will get that revival, no need to worry. Reflex and Decent God, they're wide apart. So much away they are. Need those sprays from a remote area. Will take a lot of time to close in, but Decent God gets knocked out. Now Reflex is the only man surviving, and now he has to start moving towards a recall tower. And maybe these are permanent casualties that are being faced by Sage Esports. There's not really a hope to recall back their teammates into this game. Recall back the players into this game. Killer Crew, well, their attention will be drawn. And I guess now Sage Esports will be overwhelmed in between. Because they're in a sandwich situation. End is near. And Killer Crew playing very peacefully for now. They're not looking for chaos. They're not looking for fights. They're just trying to survive. But Decent God will be fleshed out there. I thought that he got a revival. But he didn't get any revival there. Reflex now. Being the last player. Has so many has so much responsibilities on him. Sexy Yoji trying to close in. Wahiko tracing at its best. Repnix immediately flushes out. Sexy Yoji, what was he thinking about? That was a very bad angle to choose. Just to close in. He could have stayed in his teammate's angle. That he didn't do. Leo Boy will be stabbed in his back. That's unbroken Romania. Showing up out of nowhere. Mystic Esports wasn't ready for this attack. Sog and G2, they're trying to run maybe. Fellow. Socket will be knocked out by Promix. Fellow goes with a jump shot. G2's existence will be wiped out of this game. That was Hero will be kicking down G2. Mystic Esports. They're eliminated on 19th position. Stage 3 this is, ladies and gentlemen. 63 teams. This is a huge number. And now the finish feed is going to run like anything. Loopsy is a solo player, I guess? No. But there has been an attack on Loopsy, and he has attacked all by himself. Great right on target, but Loopsy, while looking forward to flush, no need there was to flush out your opponent. Is there a recall present? A recall beacon right next to Team 22 Esports? If yes, then maybe that was a good intention of Loopsy, that he tried to get another elimination point for his team, so that his teammates will recall him back into this game, and he will be saved. But I don't know why he was trying to flush. If the recall beacon is not available, that would be a big mess made by Loopsy. Because there was not really a need to do that. He could have gone for that 1v4. And the way he has been playing today, he could have gone for that 1v4. G63 losing another player. This will be the permanent casualty coming. Farshad Malik, 2 surviving. 11 eliminations for G63. Most of them were secured in the recall phase. After the recall phase got finished out, G63 hasn't secured anything but just casualties. So now retreating from this fight would be the best decision, and they're doing so. Choli takes down a player of Unbroken Romania. But it's a huge chaos around the southwestern edge. Even Team Modernit can give their touch in this fight. One of the players of 22 Esports has been knocked out. It's going to be easy. Easy has been knocked out at 3. They're out of the box angle. Won't be able to make those connections. But I guess that is Team 22. Yep. Archer will be stabbed in his back. That cover coming in from back in area. Good synergy there between the players of Team OneTap Romania. He gets knocked out again, and now it's Edry, the solo player surviving for 22 Esports. Now the slamming is gonna come here in this compound by OneTap Romania. They're not gonna stop. And the grenade was right on target. 27 doing a great job. OneTap Romania winning that fight, eliminating Team 22 Esports on 14th position. That's a huge set. Check about the Rangers were centralized in the stage for, ladies and gentlemen. They saw G63 trembling right at the center of the circle. And they're in a wide open area. Team FD is just trying to take advantage of the situation. Rayla will be taken down. Is Team Dangerous out of this game? I think so. Team Dangerous, they're eliminated from this game. EXFL, they've been maintaining the pace since the beginning of this game. So, played very passively, very peacefully, just 3 eliminations. Not drawing the attention of a lot of teams towards them. Mani knocking down Amrit. And Dawn might finish Amrit. Yup. The flush comes in. And Dawn stealing a frag there. Mani. CRX did so much for this elimination, but got nothing. And now the blue zone is bothering them too. So is Muneeb gonna reach the safe areas? He's popping in that first. This will be his last. There's 5 bandages he has. He has to travel a wide distance. I don't think he'll be able to make it. E17, last player surviving for OneTap Romania. Itzy will be trapped. Oh, survives. A very low amount of HP. We'll pop in that first aid. And now Unboarded Romania. Unbroken Romania, I'm sorry. Unbroken Romania. They will be unboarded for now. It's very difficult to to survive here. It's such a frustrating situation. It's such an exhausting situation. Whatever he do is just going against him. Fellow OG, the last player surviving. The blue zone is going to come too. One random connection inside that smoke will end things for him. And Unbroken Romania. It was just first game where they performed well. Right after that, it has been just a downfall in the performance graph. Federal gets knocked out of Team Modernet. Oh, Federal is representing Team X1NW. They'll be getting knocked out. And Gliz is closing in. Riffers gets knocked out. Mercedes revives Federal. There was no need for Riffers to overcommit. Can Gliz go for this 1v2? Oh no, there was no need to step out and open. Gliz didn't know, I guess, that revival was provided. Right behind the tree. He got confused and he got taken down. 10 teams are still alive and a total amount of 21 players. Alpha is just surviving. Alpha esports. Hitzy closes in. Hitzy chooses Wallets. Hitzy with the clutch. Hell no. Hitzy rocks again. Hitzy shocks us again. Hitzy is unstoppable. And within a fraction of a second, so many teams got eliminated. Even Sage Esports gets eliminated. DRX, they got eliminated on 7th position. FT, step by step, moving towards the circle. Mercedes leads out because of the blue zone. Malik, there's so much pressure. Federal will be finished out with that grenade. X1NW, they're out. Malik buys some time for himself because of the third party. Grenade right on target. Rio gets knocked out. Malik stepping up. Has no first aid for now. Bot will be spotted. And Camper providing that cover. G63 has been eliminated. Fifth position. Tough Love knocking down Anil. It's time for our team EXFL. They need to start moving to the circle. Head C with solo 13 eliminations. This player is on whole another league. Head C is competing in a whole different league right now. 15 elims, out of which Hidzi has contributed 13. And even Hidzi is present inside the circus, so we might see it happening. But EXFL straight away goes at slamming on FT. Hidzi doing that third party. Dawn with a blunder gets knocked out by falling. Tough Love gets knocked out by Hidzi. CZ must be the last guy standing. Did Hidzi get those confirmations? And Hidzi's trying his very best to get that confirmation. Camper stabbing Hidzi in his back. Camper goes for the grenade. Hidzi goes for that spray. The grenade won't connect on Hidzi. And Hidzi will be taken down by Camper and it is all over. What? Winner chicken dinner coming in for X1NW. Hashtag 2 that is for Team NW. That's unbelievable. 16 elims. And a hashtag 2. X1NW with 14 elims getting that winner chicken in. And that's the end of match number 3. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 4. That's going to be Erangel again. Till then, like, subscribe, guys. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the main event of the evening. It's time for Erangel. And here we go. Flight path is here, initiating from the southern region of Stalbo, finishing off to a hostile community base, favoring the eastern regions of Erangel map and the southern regions too. Wow. Last game was pretty much unexpected. X1NW ended up getting their winner chicken dinner. NW, the star player, Hit Z, has done a fabulous job. Just murdered the entire lobby. Circle, favoring the complete western regions of Erangel map. NW esports will surely play passive in this game because they're in contention, so they need to play this last game well. And NW esports headed towards the sniper, and there's no competition for them there. They're all alone. They'll easily collect their loot, and then they'll start heading towards the circle. But Team Unbroken Romania, they headed towards Pachinki. Team Dangerous Esports, they headed towards Pachinki as well. Another team is going to be ZRX, who headed towards Pachinki. So 3 teams now fighting in the initial stages, but 3 are knocking down Leo. And Leo will be immediately eliminated from the game. So Soget and 60 is the duo surviving for Team Mystic Esports. But who will win this fight? Will it be Dangerous Esports? Will it be Unbroken Romania? Or will it be ZRX? Leo will be immediately knocked out. Unbroken Romania, they're going to break each and every team which faces them now. Pretty clear. Early start for them. Promix getting the first frag. The third party coming in from Team Dangerous Esports immediately. So it will be difficult for these players to move. Kroiv. Well, he has kept an eye on Team DS as well. Alpha Esports against 40E. The other side. Alpha Esports. Now after taking down one player, they're cautiously moving in much more closer to the other players. Much more closer towards the other players of Team 40E. Katie gets knocked out of Dangerous Esports, and I guess some time will be bought there by Team Unbroken Romania. 2 players have been knocked out by Dangerous Esports. Unbroken Romania, completely they are ignoring Team ZRX, who were present so much close to them, and they were heading towards Team Dangerous Esports, but I guess there was too much overcommitting there, and they didn't anticipate that there could be a flank angle present, so they got caught here. Kroy finishing CO. Kaylee has been revived. And Team Dangerous Esports, they're down to 3. ZRX, they're down to 3. And Unbroken Romania, I guess even they are down to 3 players. All the teams losing their one player right at the same time. Kroy gets knocked out. Hero is the last player surviving for Unbroken Romania. Dangerous Esports isn't losing their grip on this fight. Not Pachinki at all. Because it's about pride. It's about ego. And this is primary replication of Dangerous Esports and ZRX and Unbroken Romania. Not Unbroken Romania, but I guess ZRX and Dangerous Esports, this is their primary drop location. So it's about ego. Losing at your drop location is shameful, is what these 2 teams believe. And that's why they're not going to leave any kind of room for disrespect or any kind of mud on their ego or name. One of the teams has been eliminated from the game. Not yet. Team FD. One of the teams being eliminated or not? Krish has been knocked out. Shimmy Mars. Yep. Shimmy Mars has been finished out. Rega X and Anil, 2 surviving. Krish is knocked out. His way separated, but maybe he'll get that revival. But G63, they're in a hurry. And G63 is close again. That's a silly mistake made by Nisa. And Nisa, you gotta understand that there are no recoil tasks present here in Erangel, so you reap what you sow. So Nisa is gonna get flushed out. Those smokes have been spammed there. Those smokes have been deployed, but not of any use. Cancer gets knocked out as well. So 2 players who closed in have been knocked out. One of them has been finished out too. So if G63 want to save Cancer, they gotta do something out of the box. They have to pull off a miracle, because Anil would not allow Farshad and Malik. Yep, Farshad and Malik to sit in the vehicle and then close in. Anil is low right now. And maybe Anil will cross, step back, and revive his teammate. because Rega needs revival too. And right behind Team G63, it's one tap Romania. So now they are looking for a breach here. They are looking for a loophole to breach. QFX23 has been eliminated from this game. What happened? Because no elimination point has been secured by one tap Romania, and on the same time, they have faced a casualty, and I'm clueless. Who did they fight? And Cancer will be saved. Cancer is being saved. Rega hasn't been revived yet. And almost he got eliminated. And Rega is getting that revival. But now G63, they have plenty of information. So I guess they will close it immediately. Blue zone comes in too. Wow. Anil survives there by the barest of margins, because if this blue zone... If this blue zone had come a few seconds ago, then probably Anil would have bled out because of this blue zone. He wouldn't have got this opportunity to revive his teammate. 40 esports. I guess they are eliminated from this game. Yep. ZRX. One of the players have been knocked out. Hector is knocked out. Coast won't be able to support his teammate. Munib goes for that revival. And Team Dangerous. Oh, look at Bazooka. That brilliant flank angle by Bazooka. And the flush will come in immediately. Ghost is out of this game. And that is so much unexpected. Wow, that's a mastermind move. And Bazooka is an absolute genius. Bazooka didn't miss. That's the most important thing. Mystic Esports, they're out of this game. Hector gets knocked out. Rega X on the other end gets knocked out. FT Esports moving closer to elimination. Anil TMG is the last player surviving. Goes for the revival immediately. And he was sitting right in the door. Malik knew it. FT Esports gets eliminated on 15th position. 14 teams and a total of 42 players are now alive. ZRX Munib, he's out of this game. And ZRX Esports, they're down to one player. Hector is the last man standing. And he's surrounded by the players of Team Dangerous. It's a 2v1 fight for now. Until and unless Bazooka arrives here at Pachinki. Right on the roof, challenging Hector. Goes for the pre-fire again. Hector. That was a close one. And Hector immediately sneaks out of the roof. Oh, wow. Kaylee does a great job there. Hector has been eliminated. CRX is out. They're eliminated on 14th position. Still, I mean, the lobby is kind of peaceful as compared to, I mean, the last game of other tournaments or other events. Because most of the time, whenever it's the last game, the last match lobby is so much wild and violent. By the end of third circle, the game is ended most of the times. But here, still there are 40 players alive. Because there are a lot of teams in contention. 22 esports arrives at Pachinki. And just keeping themselves out of the blue and keeping Dangerous esports inside the blue. That's a brilliant tactic. And 22 esports playing with just 3 players in this game. Adri, Loopsy, Ace. 3 fight it will be. Can Bazooka again create that flank angle and create a knock? And Bazooka messing up with Team EXFL. And Bazooka wants to go for the tracing turn, using that cover very wisely. Alpha Esports smiles. Well, it gives up immediately because Alpha is not more into this game. So Alpha Esports, they'll get eliminated in Lipovka. But Boo Boo gets knocked out. And it's Bazooka going against God's plan. Bazooka finishing CZ. Oh! This time overcommitting was a bad decision. And Team DS, they're about to get eliminated. Kaylee gets knocked out. Rylov flashes opponent immediately. Loopsy, is he going to jump down? Because Rylov is so much low. But Loopsy, he's on the church. He's inside the church, reviving his teammate. He's near church, reviving his teammate. Revival will be provided. And now it will take time for Team 22 Esports to close. And by the time, maybe, Team Dangerous Esports will execute that revival. But is that vehicle stuck there? Because it's not moving. Well, now the revival has been provided. And what's 22 Esports waiting for the revival to be executed? Ace, oh, gets knocked out in the midway. Loopsy, well, he closes in. Loopsy will be taken down within a fraction of a second. You cannot underestimate your opponents. That's what Loopsy did. That's what Team 22 Esports did. I guess intentionally they let that revival happen. They did let that revival happen, and after that it was victory for Team 22 Esports. By the way, God Complex, they are taking on Team Fortinet. Lozano is so much low. Gerasimos graces in with the grenade. Charging Gliss, two surviving. Picks up peak by Gliss, won't be enough. Gerasimos takes down Gliss. Charging well, knocks down Gerasimos. Will the flash come in? He's going for a clutch. He's planning a clutch, but Shazin made a mess there. Climbing into that window at a very bad time. Modern Esports gets eliminated on 10th position. Sage Esports must close in right here, right now, because it's a 2v2 fight. What are they doing? But Sage Esports is breaching that compound for sure. But they gotta maintain distance. That's why they maybe secured a different house, different real estate. Reflex knocking down Glassy, knocking down Dior. 2 openings, 3 openings. Gerasimos has been flushed out, and it's a 1v2 now. Enter is the last player surviving, and you cannot underestimate him. God Complex about to fall on their face. Reflex spamming that TBS won't really work. That Molotov finishing out Glassy. And Tim now, officially the last player surviving for Team God Complex, just sitting in that corner and waiting for his opponent to enter that room. That's a great setup by Entem. Can you see Reflex? Well, oh! Entem thought that he knocked out Reflex there, so he tried to switch his aim to another opponent. He tried to switch his aim onto Desync, but that was not a wise decision because he didn't knock out Reflex there. So that was a misunderstanding happened, and that's the reason why now Team GC God Complex, they're eliminated from this game. 7 teams and a total amount of 18 players are alive. The game all of a sudden caught so much pace. And Team Dangerous, they're eliminated from this game. They're eliminated from this game. Yep, Dangerous Esports has been eliminated from this game. G63 is still into this game. Now playing passive. Malik has seen Team Sage, and Malik, well, these that tap shot, and that's a great tracing. Tracing God is low, so Farshid needs to close in and flush out Tracing God if that can be possible. But Malik, brilliant tracing this time on Reflex, and Reflex, same thing happens to him. Reflex surviving in very low HPs. So G63, Malik and Farshid has a challenge in front of them. It's a 2v2 fight. Sage Esports closing in successfully. And Malik keeping an eye on both the players, since he has the height advantage here, and he can be the man to change the direction of this fight. Or he can be the man to win this fight for G63, 7 eliminations. And in the back in the areas, maybe that's Team X1NW, who has been playing very cautiously in this game because they're in contention, because they've got a winner chicken in the last game. But Camper gets knocked out, and it's EXFL who's taking on Team X1NW. What? Last player surviving, goes for the free fire with that Vector. Malik can make connections. Team G63 right from sector areas, and very smartly Toffluff. He jumps out of that window and takes down Watts. X1NW gets eliminated on 7th position. G63 still focusing on Team Sage. Malik didn't get an angle there, and that's why he wasn't able to do the third party. G63 now playing very cautiously, very passively. Trying to spend as much time as they can into this lobby. This is stage 4, ladies and gentlemen. All the teams have been playing so much aggressively till now, but all of a sudden the pace has dropped. Udain Sap trying to enter the circle right from the western edges. And I don't think it will be difficult for them. But Malik goes for the grenade. Reflex. It's so much low. The grenade was right on target, and Udain Sap could have knocked out Reflex. One of the players over there in SAP has a AWM, so after a very long time, we'll be seeing a bolt action sniper rifle working. The opening has been created. Uday in SAP, they're closing in. Amrit leading his team from front. Amrit changes the seat, and that's a brilliant connection. Creating an opening with that AWM and then putting in the final nail in the coffin. That's a brilliant piece of work done by Uday in SAP's Amrit. But Team Sage, they're watching Team Uday in SAP very closely. Team Sage welcoming Team Uday in SAP and Gatka. And isn't it crazy that Team Sage, they're watching opponents which are far away from them, but not the opponents which are so much close to them. And Malik knocking down a player of Uday in SAP. Goes for that spray right on reflex. Amrit Bolte has been knocked out because he has that AWM, so Amrit Bolte, sure he was over peaking, punished for that. NW playing passive. Sort of expected this is because they are in contention. So NW will play slowly because they've done a great job in the last game, especially Hitzy. We rarely see this kind of this kind of performance from a solo player. Malik, what is he up to? Well, Malik is stepping 2 steps ahead and stepping 3 steps behind. That's not gonna work. You gotta end Sage Esports as soon as possible. And now Malik, slowly he's moving ahead towards the other players of Sage Esports. Chick, has he been spotted? I don't think so. But Malik at the same time keeping an eye on Team NW as well. And Farshad just relaxing. Out of 7, 6 eliminations will be contributed by Malik. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. And why is he heading to such an open area? I guess he's trying to create a flank angle there, maybe. Yep, that's what he's trying to do. And Reflex, you gotta watch yourself. And Tasting God, Reflex, maybe they're trying to capture Farshad, who's the solo player inside this compound. Farshad pulls a grenade. Can he seek a connection here? Reflex smartly, he just crosses that open pathway. And Malik will keep on stretching his flank angle. And now, Tasting God gets knocked out. That's a mastermind move by Malik. Oh, almost Reflex. He was about to knock down Malik there. Malik surviving by the barest of margins. Farshad needs to close in. The desired opening has been created. Malik pulls the grenade. And I guess this grenade could finish the job for Malik. And G63, Decent God gets knocked out. Reflex pulls the grenade immediately. And Reflex will be taken down by Malik. That's the end. G63 eliminating Sage Esports. 8 eliminations for Malik. Farshad just 1. G63 with total 9. Circle moves for a southern shift. EXFL, the southern regions of the circle. Uday and Sap, just relaxing right on the edge. And always Uday and Sap, they don't miss this opportunity in the last game. I mean, the 3 games, Uday and Sap, they don't perform that well. But always Uday and Sap in the last game, since the lobby is very much dirty, the players play very much aggressively, Uday and Sap, they take advantage of the situation and they make a comeback on the points table right in the last game. Because very easily they made it to the top 4. 3 eliminations they have. So almost 6 points they've secured till now. And if they end up getting a winner chicken dinner, so it will be easy, more 10 points for them. But Dawn spotting Amrit Bolte, and Amrit Bolte gets knocked out. It's risky to revive him here, but Uday and Sap, you won't lose this game if you don't save Amrit. So move on if there is not a chance to revive your player. Two-Face giving his everything just to save his own teammate. That's what friendship looks like. And the job will be done. Amrit will be saved. Sheer gets knocked out now. Hitzy knocking down Sheer with that off-guard angle. And maybe now enough time is bought by Team NW. They can enter the circle, but EXFL will cut off their rotation. So now Team NW should focus on creating an opening over Team EXFL. But they're trying to create those smoke pathways. Does NW have any vehicle with them? If they don't, then it's going to be a disaster for them. Tough Luck knocks down Sonic. He was the only guy who was present inside the circle. No, He was not present inside the circle, but he was trying to reach the circle. And he was the guy standing ahead, right in the front. But since he's knocked down now, more pressure on team NW. And it's such a difficult task for them to make their way to the circle. Tough Love is not ready to give up. Tough Love is stealing fire on his opponent. This time with a grenade. And NW, they are being suppressed in a very small area. And Hidzi might get knocked out. Getting knocked out in a moving vehicle, that too by a grenade. Malik, wow! Lightning quick that was again. Malik is invincible. Chico bleeds out to death because of the blue. Starkey is the last man surviving. And nobody saw Starkey but Malik. And that's the end. NW gets eliminated. 3 teams, 7 players. Will it be G63? Will it be Udain Sap? Or will it be EXFL? Malik. That was a close call. Farshid gets knocked out. Farshid wasn't able to do anything till now. And Amrit Bolte, with that one AWM connection, can shut down his opponent. That is Malik, who has been so much dominant till now. You gotta get rid of him. But Circle is the priority. And Malik will be taken down. That's the end. It's a 2v3 fight. G63 gets eliminated on 3rd position. Udain Sap versus EXFL. EXF Legendary. Who will it be? Well, slowly, Udain Sap is trying to breach the circle somehow. They are a few meters away. And it's open circle, so it totally depends on how well your opponent can see through these grasses. And Dawn has been seen by Amrit Bolte while moving. And Dawn now creates that flank angle, but he's on the target. Oh wow, that's AWM connection right at its best. Tough Love, last man surviving for EXFL. But he sees Amrit Bolte and Amrit gets knocked out. It's a 1v2 now. Two-Phase, Alpha, they both know where Tough Love is. Grenade will be quite short. Not enough. Knock down Tough Love. Random spray going in. More information has been compromised. More position has been compromised of Tough Love. And he's more low, and the grenade this time. It's right on target. It is all over. Udain Sap taking advantage of the situation and getting the job done right in the last game. 6 elims and a winner chicken dinner for them, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'll be taking a leave, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be meeting in the next Hope event. Till then, bye bye, good night, and take care.